building for a big, strong 4-year Olympic cycle as we're underway. And look at the start there from the Koreans. Absolute, false start. We have our first false start of the day, do we? Yes, we do. You can hear the whoop, 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 whoop. That was actually me. There was a siren that made it sound like that. So maybe it was the Koreans who got the jump. They did seem to get out very, very fast, Emma.
Yeah, I think so. And this will take a few minutes because these are big boats to spin around and get back to the start. So they will spin around, get back onto the starting line, and we'll go again. Bit difficult to see, but yeah, I think possibly, hopefully they'll announce it. But I think the Koreans definitely looked a little bit eager. But you're right, Ross, there's been real development in the kind of Far East and the Asian countries. So it's great to see so many more, particularly in para-canoe as well as canoe sprint. Those athletes really developing their squads and sending more and more athletes to these global competitions. So that's fantastic to see the sport grow.
Yeah, it's such an exciting 4 years, and to see some of the new athletes who appear on the scene, people that we hadn't even thought of as being in the mix for medals in Los Angeles in 2028, and they're going to come through over the coming years as we build up towards qualification. And then, of course, before we know it, Emma, the Olympics will be upon us. How are you tracking, by the way? I know you've got a lot of fans out there, a lot of viewers who'll be watching going, when are we going to see Emma back on the water? We miss her. What's going on? How are you tracking?
Yeah, tracking okay, thanks, Ross. The rehab is still ongoing, and I'm back to doing 6 days a week training, but just not quite race ready. So in order to be part of the GB team, I'd have to have been race ready at selection at the beginning of July for this competition. So we had to make the call that we weren't going to be able to race this year, but we are making sensible decisions to make sure that we are back next year, hopefully stronger and faster than ever, but it's hard to get in this GB team now, so I'm doing everything I can to be sensible and take the time now to then be back stronger, hopefully next year, and on to LA.
Yeah, it's your GB para team is incredible, women especially, but gee, the men are coming through as well, and I'm expecting a big medal haul for you guys. I think there'll be a lot of excess baggage when you fly back after these World Championships, but we'll have to wait and see. That's all ahead of us. Of course, wonderful setting here. Emma, you mentioned that you were paddling here back in 2015. Of course, that was the year before para-canoe made its Paralympic debut. I can only imagine what the excitement must have been like for you that year.
Yeah, because it was going to be literally our chance to secure a spot for the nation. So, in fact, I watched back an interview that I did after I'd won the KL2 event that year. And I haven't aged too badly over those 10 years.
No,
but
absolutely not. No.
It was amazing to see, how much it meant back then. And I still get goosebumps now watching these guys race. And I can't wait to be back out there with them. But a special place, and certainly one for us in para-canoe, as it secured our spot in those games. But those K4s are coming back round now to get into those buckets to go again. I don't think I've seen that they've officially given a false start to any lane in particular.
No, I haven't seen anything either. I'm only going on what I saw with the naked eye, and to me it looked like it might have been the Koreans who jumped the start a little bit, but whether they were the ones who forced the false start, it probably doesn't matter as long as they don't do it again. All right, this time we are underway, and it looks like we've got everyone off to a good, clean start this time. And watch out in the middle of the field for the Czechs. Keeping an eye on Portugal in lane 2. They'll be going pretty fast, I'd imagine. Sweden have a good combination. Let's have a look in the middle of the field. It's a very strong race. It is Portugal. It looks like there they are in lane number 2, going out very, very fast. And who's that in the middle of the field? It's not the Czechs. It looks like it might be Switzerland, is it, that's gone out fast. So there are the Czechs. Portugal in lane 2, Czechs in lane. So it is Portugal in front. Then Czechia and New Zealand up there giving plenty of cheek, as New Zealanders like to do. They're up there getting amongst the mix. They're challenging the Czechs for second at the moment. So Portugal ahead of Czechia, New Zealand, and then it looks like down closer to the camera it's Korea in lane number 8. But Portugal at this stage looking pretty good.
Absolutely, just looking so powerful on that close up there, just absolutely in time with each other and driving that boat forward. So now they've got up to speed, they're looking to be super efficient and just keep that boat moving. But in the middle of the field, Czechia coming through fast, but I think it's going to be the Portuguese to take the spot in the A final straight through. Everyone else will have to go again in the semi.
A good run there for the New Zealanders, though. They'd be pretty happy with that, taking third spot. But yeah, the Portuguese, I mean, talk about a country that's really come through in the last Olympic cycle, and I reckon they're only going to go from strength to strength. For so long it was Fernando Pimenta and nobody else, but they've got a great K2 combination. They've obviously got a pretty formidable K4 boat there as well. Manuel Baptista there in seat number 3, and Ribeiro in front of him. I mean, they are a powerful combination. Great to see them together in the K4. So well done to Portugal.
Maria Magdalena Garro, Brenda Rojas, Candelaria Sequeira, Lucia Dalto Aziz, l'entry India,
So now there we have confirmation. Goncalves, Ribeira, Baptista and Cassina from Portugal taking the first spot. Well, given New Zealand second, I don't think that was right. Who did I call in the call? I think there was